It's a question about Social Security. I'm 85. I have 2 children, 2 grandchildren. I would like for them to have the same benefits and same assistance that I've had in my life. So here's a question. Social Security is not going broke. It has billions of dollars coming in every day, but it needs more money. What do you think about raising the salary cap so that where now it ends at $105,800, so it can go to all earned income and assure the viability of Social Security for my kids, my grandkids, and everybody else. Thank you.
No. Yeah, there we go. Well, thank you very much for the question about Social Security. Look, entitlements are 60% of the federal budget. Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, and then interest on debt. 60% of the federal budget. 20% is defense, and 20% is everything else. All domestic discretionary spending. So that 60% is a big deal in determining our path to prosperity, middle class stability, and debt reduction. I would be open. My mother said I never had a problem making myself heard. I think that we need to get Democrats and Republicans to sit down and consider a broad range of solutions to entitlements. Broad range. I'm open to listening to anything. However, while I think we need to strengthen Social Security and Medicare, improve Social Security and Medicare, lengthen Social Security and Medicare, I will not negotiate the end of Social Security and Medicare, and that's exactly what the Ryan budget does on the Medicare side. I will not negotiate the end. To reduce debt, there's a lot of things we can do. My fundamental difference with folks on the other side of the aisle and Mr. LeBate is that they want to balance the budget by starting first by saying to senior citizens, you lose your Medicare, but we fund tax cuts for millionaires. I think that's the wrong approach. Let's ask seniors to be the last to sacrifice because you've already made your sacrifices for your children and grandchildren. You ought to be the last to be asked to sacrifice. We ought to ask those like Bill Gates and Donald Trump and others who have the ability to do more to balance the budget to step up to the plate. And then we can engage in long-term reform strengthening of Medicare and Social Security. But do not end it to fund tax cuts to millionaires.
Well, the last people that I would want to burden in our society, tied with the last people I would want to burden would be our future, our children, but also our link to our past, our elderly. The elderly population of America is our link to our Constitution. In their lifetime, the Constitution was not eroded so much as the Constitution. I've even seen be eroded just during my adult lifetime, which is a little bit shorter than probably most of the people in this room. But I'm noticing these problems, and to get to the question of Social Security, Irwin Schiff wrote in his book, The Biggest Con, in the mid-70s, when the dollar had just gotten away from the gold standard, that Social Security, it's a Ponzi scheme. It's a bank, just another bankrupt government institution. And I don't want to take it away from anybody, but we need to realize that this is a pyramid scheme. It cannot work indefinitely. It would not be right to take it away from people that already have it, but the following generations that are going to lose it just due to our currency's incapacity to keep up, they deserve to be able to opt out. And that's what I would like to do with Social Security. Allow the youth to be able to opt out, but not to end it for anybody that's paid into it significantly throughout their whole life.
Mr. McDermott?